Hey guys, welcome to my channel if you're new here, and if you're not new here, then you're lying, because this is my first video. Today I wanted to talk about celebrity interviewers. There are good celeb interviewers, and there are bad ones. And there are mid ones, and kind of mid ones, kind of good ones, and kind of bad. There are interviewers that just like talking about themselves.
My family.
There's no like material thing that I ever want. I just want like connection and being with the people I love.
100%, yeah.
I want an ice cream making machine.
And on the other side, there's interviewers that forget the name of the person they're talking to.
Hey, Taylor Smith, everyone. Thank you, Taylor. Well, our time is up here in Vegas. Thanks for...
Here, we all love these interviewers equally. Especially because no matter how bad the interview is, at least their questions are original.
AI is not the tool I thought it was for the question.
Except for maybe him. The concept of using ChatGPT, being wrong, admitting you used it, and then blaming it for your mistake. I got a 65% on the test? Yeah, make sure to study harder next time. Rick, they got us. This is why I hate cheating on you. You're always effing up those answers. So you cheat? Today I wanted to take a look at a bunch of notable interviewers and examine whether they're good at their job, basically. I'm judging people who do stuff that I can't do. To make sure there's a consistent criteria, I'm gonna be looking at these interviewers' most popular videos, according to their viewer count, and their most favorited videos by the general public, which I'm obviously gonna have to use Reddit for this, because that's where the public's opinions are. Let's start off with Jimmy Fallon. To be honest, there's no rhyme or reason to the people I chose to talk about, but let's start with him. The Jimmy Fallon is the host of The Tonight Show, and he has been since 2014. He dropped out of College of St. Rose in 1995 to pursue comedy in LA, and by the age of 21, he got a manager and booking so he could do sets at the Improv for $7 an hour. Now that might seem like an egregiously low amount of money, but at the time, I think you could buy like a house with that money, so he was okay. In 1998, he joined SNL and basically did different stuff there until he was able to do his own show, which is basically what he's been doing since. And I think he was like in some movies or like some comedy shows in between that time too, so he was a busy guy. Let's look at his most popular interview. Scrolling past all the musical shenanigans, I believe his most popular video and his most popular interview is with Nicole Kidman. Now, I have to be frank and say this video is quite clickbaity, and the reason it went famous might not be because of his powerful interviewing skills, but Jimmy Fallon blew a chance to date Nicole Kidman. Alright, so the gist of this is that Jimmy Fallon and Nicole Kidman used to like each other back in the day.
I don't know if you remember this, but we met before. But
I just remember I liked you.
One of Jimmy's friends said that he was with Nicole and wanted the two of them to meet.
I'm just walking down the street, he goes, I have Nicole Kidman with me, and she wants to meet you for maybe to be in Bewitched or something like that. So I go, what? Okay. She goes, I can be in your apartment in like 10 minutes.
Jimmy was freaking out because he never has guests over.
Okay, I don't know, what do I do? What do I have something, what do I do? He goes, I don't know, just get some cheese and crackers or something.
So he goes to the store to get cheese and crackers because he didn't have any food at the house.
Get brie or something. I go, brie? I don't even know what that is. I'm like, so I go in.
But then Nicole Kidman mentions that when she was at the apartment, he put video games on.
And then you put a video game on or something, and I'm like, this is so bad.
Then she called him gay?
He's gay.
Take care.
Wait, now Nicole Kidman is the interviewer?
So tell me, Jimmy.
Well, doctor, I remember.
I'm starting to think that this interview is a bit different than the others. Okay, we finally got our first question from Jimmy Fallon. He said,
Are you friends with Rick anymore?
Yes,
No.
I just saw him.
No, we don't talk to him after that.
are you friends with Rick anymore? This is a profound interview question that has a lot of layers to it. We know from the foreshadowing at the beginning of this video that Rick is kind of a bystander when it comes to cheating on tests. At 6 minutes and 40 seconds, she finally has to get the conversation back on track to the movie she's promoting because he hasn't asked a singular question about it.
Anyway, let's talk about Paddington.
This is the big day. Let's talk about Paddington. Paddington, congrats already. It's a big hit already. Internationally, right?
Paddington is a big hit internationally, right?
Right?
He talks about there being a CGI bear,
And it's a CGI bear.
but besides that, He doesn't really talk about Paddington. But I don't know what I expected. Like, this video literally gave me exactly what I signed up for, which was that Nicole Kidman, or Jimmy Fallon, something about chances and Nicole Kidman. Why was I expecting Paddington? It's my bad, guys. From what I've gathered from this interview, Jimmy Fallon is a man of few questions and big laughs.
How can I buy old?
Let's move on to the people's favorite interview. And I speak for everybody. To kick off the video, he talks about Sydney Sweeney's movie, Anyone But You.
It is a massive hit. It keeps breaking records. People love the rom-com.
He really got that cheat code down, because staying vague means you can say the same thing for almost any guest. Unless they're really, really underground, and they definitely have not broken a record, but that's why Jimmy Fallon just doesn't invite them. He then asks an impromptu question about specifically sneaking into theaters.
Do you go to the theater when your movie comes out? Do you sneak in with a hat on and be like, hey?
Which was super unexpected for Sydney Sweeney because she had a very prepared story attached.
I did, especially, so I was filming in Australia while this has been in theaters, and Joe, who plays Beau, he and I would sneak into theaters and surprise people.
All right, towards the end, Jimmy Fallon talks about Sydney Sweeney's new movie called Immaculate that she's gonna be in. The one thing about Jimmy Fallon is he'll research and research until he gets the most minute details about any project that his actors are in.
Immaculate. It's a horror movie.
Yeah, it's like a
obviously,
psychological horror film.
Yeah.
Okay, he didn't know the exact genre, but genre is subjective, so maybe he just didn't know what to call it.
And who do you play in this?
I always forget characters' names, so can't blame you there, Johnny Fallon. Based on this in-depth dive, well, not that in-depth, but based on this dive on Jimmy Fallon's interviews, I have to give him an 8 out of 20. His platform is good for guests to promote themselves, and he keeps the energy light, never trying to expose guests or ask personal questions that they're unprepared for. But as an interviewer, his questions are very surface level and don't offer much substance. Like I said earlier, he's good at keeping the conversation flowing, but at the same time dictates it heavily so he doesn't have his guests talking over the allotted time. He seems to be content in his formula for interviewing, one that allows him to not fully understand or research the guest's projects before him, but since his guests know that, they don't exactly expect him to, and so they can prepare for exactly what it's gonna be like. Alright, next in line, the hottest of ones, Sean Evans. Sean Evans has been the host with Hot Questions and Even Hotter Wings at Hot Ones since 2015. Sean Evans went to University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, and graduated with a Bachelor of Art degree in broadcast journalism. He was a copywriter for Chicago Tourism Board and freelanced for Complex Magazine until he co-created the award-winning show that he's still hosting today. Let's look at his most popular interview. This was a lot easier to find because he didn't have anything musical gunking up the top spots, but he does have a shenanigan. The Gordon Ramsay. Similar to Jimmy Fallon's interview, this interview isn't popular necessarily because of Sean Evans' amazing interview skills, but it was more so because people wanted to see Gordon Ramsay struggling. In this video, Sean Evans starts off with a summary of Gordon Ramsay's accolades.
He's one of the world's most decorated and successful chefs with an empire that includes more than a dozen restaurants, countless best-selling cookbooks, and 7 hit TV shows.
It's still a little bit vague, but he does mention that Gordon Ramsay has 7 hit shows and specifies when his new project is coming out. Sean's first question comes in at about 2 minutes and 25 seconds where he asks,
When you think back on all the times you've been wowed by the raw talent of a child on that show, is there a story that stands out?
This was genuinely such a wholesome question and something that Gordon Ramsay fans would definitely want to hear about, but I do kind of wish he asked, Master Chef, that's like a reality TV, right? Kind of miss out on that one, but I guess we can let it slide.
Alexander from season 1, this guy is a prolific chef. He's barely 19 years of age. And for the last 5 years, he spent weekends and holidays in some of the most amazing restaurants across the world. So I say to him, no mum, no dad, no school teacher. You're gonna love me, you're gonna hate me. It's gonna be the best football coach you've ever met in your life, but you'll come out of this a much better cook.
Sean Evans asks about running a business and costs that people don't think about.
Is there a hidden cost in running a restaurant that most diners are unaware of?
This is a really productive conversation point because I assume a lot of Gordon Ramsay's fan base aspires to open a restaurant like Gordon, so knowing the details, even if it doesn't specifically correlate to Gordon's accomplishments, is a good one to throw in there.
Yeah, it's called rent and labor costs.
And Gordon Ramsay, he gives good tips about ensuring to promote your business well, so you make a substantial profit, and talks about how you want to focus on the weekdays and getting customers in for those, because the weekends will take care of themselves and customers will naturally want to go on those days.
The great way of identifying a classy restaurant is being full on a Monday night. Friday, Saturday, well, look, that will take care of itself naturally. If you can fill it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're 90% of the way there.
Oh, also there's a part in this interview where Sean Evans objectifies Gordon Ramsay. Take a look.
People, some of the mentors that helped shape Gordon Ramsay into this.
Hey, Sean, time and place. But I get it. Bod T, kind of have to point it out. One thing I've noticed about Sean is that if the guests want to take the conversation to another topic, he doesn't cut them off. He genuinely listens and then waits for a good time to get the conversation back on track, which I like.
And I'm just curious how that hit your ear from an insult level.
Before you go there, I remember once, the Evening Standard, years ago when I first opened, and this amazing food critic described one of my dishes.
Around your eyes, Gordon.
Yeah, shit, yeah. Looking like toxic scum on a stagnant pool. I'm like, fucking really?
He seems very calculated with his questions and how he wants the interview to go, but he isn't rigid with the time, and he'll make adjustments throughout. I've had enough of this. I can't really relate to Gordon Ramsay, so I'm gonna move on to someone that's a lot more relatable. What a down-to-earth person. I just wanted to compile all my favorite moments from this interview and show you guys, because Mr. Beast is not real.
I could say whatever, but honestly, whatever I say, if you actually did it, it would just piss him off. You know what I mean? How dramatic am I compared to other people?
I like these kinds of episodes where somebody's pushed to the brink, to be honest. You can tap if you want to.
Bro. Come on. You think I'm gonna, 1 second, sorry. Bro, I swear, people are gonna put me in TikTok edits beside other celebrities and they're gonna be like, oh, it's not that bad. Please tell me most people struggle.
No, way crazier things have already happened on this show.
Okay,
you know, there's a long legacy. There's a long
But the problem is
history.
the TikTok edits are just gonna find the one person that's like, oh, that's not that bad. They're not gonna put me.
Don't think about the TikTok edits at a time like this. We're
because
one
that's
bite
what
away.
I live with.
We're one bite away.
TikTok,
We're one
and
bite
I just
away
see
from
them
getting there.
This man in this interview is kind of giving Jeff Bezos, he is so business-minded that he can't just sit down and talk about his life and his accomplishments. I genuinely think people are gonna make fun of you more if you're inauthentic and trying to calculate every decision that you're gonna make, as opposed to just being yourself and screw everyone else if they want to make fun of you, because you know who you are. Yeah, so if you ever want to talk to somebody, Mr. Beast, just hit me up. Anyways, Sean Evans. Oh yeah, Sean Evans is a fantastic interviewer. I give him an 18 out of 20. I think his questions are sometimes a little bit too edited and wordy, but he does a massive amount of research into all of his guest work beforehand and knows what he's talking about and how to engage with the person he's interviewing. Okay guys, I was gonna stop there, but I feel like I should do one more. I guess I'll talk about one more person, but you gotta subscribe first. Get this channel to 100 million subscribers by today, and yeah, that's my goal, so all right, there's this one Drew Barrymore interview that it's my favorite to rewatch. I just love it.
Yeah, what soft and gooey treatment when you're treated like a lady.
Nice, it's nice.
Someone comes in and
you're the wrong gender.
I know.
Petting your customers has got to be some sort of violation. The concept of petting your customers in any other profession is just imagine your doctor is telling you your diagnosis and it's just why are we petting her? Out of pure merit, I think she's better than Jimmy Fallon, so I'm gonna give her somewhere between 8 and 18 out of 20. Okay, this is my official ranking. The AI guy last, then Jimmy Fallon, him and AI guy, then Martha Stewart, then the ice cream making machine guy, then Sean Evans, and on top...
Hey, Taylor Smith, everyone. Thank you, Taylor. Well, our time...
All right, like this video, bye.